Hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Patience. To my existing subscribers, welcome back. If this is your first time here, be sure to click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can continue to indulge in the Hot Bella experience. In today's video, I am finally getting around to playing with my Pat McGrath Labs Huetopian palette. This is the most recent Mothership palette that was released from Pat McGrath Labs. Pat McGrath also released the IntensifEYE Artistry wand, and this is a medium that can be used with some of the specialty shades in this palette. This is what this palette looks like. So you would use this IntensifEYE wand with the shimmer shades in this palette to give them that pow, and that's what I did for this look today. And you can see that the IntensifEYE wand did its job, honey. It made these eyeshadows pop. It's absolutely gorgeous. Thought that my IntensifEYE wand was defective because in the video you'll see I'm trying to use it and I couldn't get the product to come out, so I actually started digging into it. So impatient. So I thought that I had gotten a defective wand, but I kept clicking this little clicker here. It's like a ballpoint pen clicker almost. So I kept pressing this, and as you can see, the product started to come up and out of this container as it's supposed to. So that's good because I purchased the Huetopian palette and the IntensifEYE Artistry wand about a month ago. Like when it first was released is when I purchased it. So I was kind of concerned because it's been a little while, so I wasn't quite sure how the return, exchange, refund, whatever you want to call it, was going to go. But I'm glad to know that my wand is now working. So if you guys would like to see how I created this gorgeous eye look and also this beautiful complexion using the Huetopian palette from Pat McGrath Labs and also some other Pat McGrath Lab complexion products, then keep watching. My face has been cleansed and I used my normal skin prep goodies. I used my Elemis Rehydrating Ginseng Toner to tone my face after cleansing. I then followed up with my fresh black tea kombucha facial essence. I used the Tatcha water cream for my moisturizer. And to prime my face today, I used my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is a sample size primer that came in some other packet that I got some time ago. And I have just about used all of this up, you guys. And I think that I am definitely going to be purchasing a full size. You can see that I don't have too much of this left. But yeah, I use that to prime my face today. And I am going to start off with my eyes as I normally do. I'm going to add some highlighter to my eyes. And I am going to be using a default highlighter. This highlighter is from Becca. This is in the shade Opal, and I'm going to use this as my brow bone highlight. I also forgot to mention, as part of my prep for this look today, I am using my P. Louise eyeshadow base. And from the Pat McGrath Labs Huetopian palette, I am going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Secret Eden. I'm going to tap out the creasing that's already happening here on my eyelids first. And now I'm going to apply Secret Eden as my transition shade. Very pretty shade. Very, very pretty. And I'm building this up to my desired level of intensity. I'm now going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Extreme Plum Noir, and I'm going to use this on my outer V and sweep it into my crease area. These shadows are blending out so effortlessly. It's typical of Pat McGrath. I don't know why I'm surprised at how easy this is to blend out, but so buttery. Very easy to blend out. I'm going back into Secret Eden again, and I'm just going to do a little bit more blending across the top part of where I have applied the Extreme Plum Noir. I want to make sure that I'm nice and blended still. Don't want to have any harsh lines or anything like that, so just touching it up just a little bit before I continue on. Now I've done my little half cut crease type situation that I always do, and I'm going to go back in with the same brush that I used to apply the Extreme Plum Noir, and I am going to soften up the edges of where I have carved out the lids. I used my P. Louise eyeshadow base to carve out the lid as well today. I'm going to go back into Secret Eden again. That's the shade right here. That's the shade that I used as my transition shade. I'm also going to be using my MAC 242, and I am going to put this on the areas that are still open here on the lid where I still have my P. Louise eyeshadow base showing. I'm going to put that here first. That's really pretty. I think I want to go back and apply a little bit more of the Plum Noir. I want to make certain I don't lose the depth of this look. This is the darkest shade in this Huetopian palette. There is no black or anything like that, or one of those eggplant colors that Pat McGrath has given to us in some previous motherships. But I just want to make sure I don't lose this. So I'm going to add a little bit more, just a little bit. And now I'm going to try using the IntensifEYE Artistry wand. This is one of the products that Pat McGrath paired with the new launch of her Huetopian palette. This has like a click pen type of applicator here. You would click this and then the product comes up. Is that true? Nope. Okay. Oh no, is mine not working? Oh no, this sucks. I think my pen is not working. Unless I'm not understanding how to do this. Okay, this really sucks. It has like this pen type click. I'm not supposed to turn anywhere, I guess. I'm not push, oh! Ah! Oh God. This just came apart. I can't believe it. I am so disappointed. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to try to get what I can out of here and hope that Pat McGrath will replace this for me, because I ordered this probably a month ago, so it's not a new purchase for me at all. So let's see what happens here. I'm just gonna take my little silicone applicator here and I'm gonna try to get some of this out of here onto this applicator, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this right here on the area where I have applied my Secret Eden. And this is a product I think that's been designed to use with your fingers, but you guys know that I prefer not to use my fingers when I am applying my eyeshadow or applying my makeup. So I find that for those products that say that they work best with your finger, this silicone applicator is a good replacement for a finger. I'm so disappointed. I am so disappointed. I was super excited about finally being able to sit down and use this palette, but and I'm going to use this shade right here, which is called Astro Amethyst Moon. I'm going to apply this on top of where I have applied the Sweet Eden and applied the IntensifEYE Artistry wand. And let's see what we get. I'm going to try using my same MAC 242 and I'm just going to pat this on. This is really, really pretty. I'm using this Astral Amethyst Moon as a topper shade. I'm going back into Extreme Plum Noir and I'm going to put a little bit more of this in the areas where I've had to manipulate my natural crease line. This is looking really, really pretty. I'm going to add my liner and my lashes, and I'll be right back. I've added my liner and my lashes. I also did some color correcting. I'm still using my Touch of Pearl up under my eye, and I'm still using my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade SX14. And I'm going to go ahead and do my concealing and my cream contouring. So for concealer, I am using the Pat McGrath concealer, and this is in the shade M20. And I'm placing this in all the areas you would normally want to highlight and or conceal. I'm going to go in with my sponge just to make sure I don't have any excess concealer sitting on top of my skin. The brush that I use normally does a really good job at blending the concealer in, but just, you know, better safe than sorry. I still go in just to make certain that everything is nice and smooth. And for my cream contouring today, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. I'm waiting on Pat McGrath Labs to give us a contour and a bronzer. So she's got some new products that are on the way. I'm hoping that maybe, just maybe, it'll be a contour and or bronzer. That would be very nice. So in the meantime, I'm going to use this one from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm almost out of this one, so I'm just wrapping it up. It is now time for foundation, and I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Foundation. I'm in the shade Medium Deep 23, and I am going to be using my foundation brush. I'm going to start off with a couple of pumps on my mixing palette. I think the 2 pumps is going to be enough because I've already concealed, and that's giving me some coverage as well. That's another reason why I like applying my concealer and my cream contour first, is because I don't have to use as much foundation. I now need to set my under eyes and also my entire face, but for my under eyes, I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath Labs Under Eye Powder. I love this powder from Pat McGrath Labs for my under eye area. I'm going to use my little square foam wedge, and I am going to set my under eye. I really like this under eye powder, as I mentioned before, but I will say it does not play with all concealers. I tried using this under eye powder when I was using my Urban Decay Stay Naked concealer, and it didn't do well. It kind of started to get a little patchy on me after a little time of wearing it. So it's one of the things we have to look out for, because some products just don't work well with others. I think as long as you're sticking with the same brand, you're pretty safe. But when you start switching brands or crossing the brands, just be careful of that. Under eyes are set. I'm now going to set my entire face with the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Setting Powder. I'm in the shade Medium 3. I'm going to do just a light set. Face is set. And now that I've set my under eyes and I've also set my entire face, I'm going to add a little bit of my MAC Fix Plus. Some don't like this anymore because I know sometimes it sprays a little bit wet, but I love what this does to my complexion. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to use my handy dandy fan to dry it down a little bit. And for blush, I'm going to be using this blush from Pat McGrath Labs. This is in the shade Cherish. This is one of the blush shades from her latest blush release. So I'm going to use a little bit of this. It's really, really pretty. I'm going to take my foundation brush. I'm just kind of going to go over that just a little bit. Kind of soften it up just a little bit. I may have overdone it just a little. Very pretty. And for highlighter, I'm going to use the Divine Glow highlighter from Pat McGrath Labs. This is looking really, really pretty, but I want to bronze up just a little bit more. And I am going to use this bronzer from Guerlain. This is the Terracotta bronzer. It's in the number 7 from Guerlain. I haven't used this in quite a while, but I'm going to use it today. I want to just warm up just a little bit in targeted areas. Not too much, just a little bit, but just warm it up just a little bit. It's really pretty. This look is so pretty. I am looking and feeling quite glowy, but it is time for lips, and I'm going to line my lips with a lip pencil from MAC. It's in the shade Burgundy. I'm going to use one of the Pat McGrath lip products. This is a lip vinyl. This is in the shade Flesh number 7. I love this little pink container that comes with this lip product from Pat McGrath Labs. This is really, really pretty. I'm going to place this right on top of the burgundy lip pencil that I have on my lips right now. Very, very pretty. And I need to smoke out my waterline. So I'm going to go back into the Huetopian palette. I'm going to go back to this shade right here, which is Extreme Plum Noir. And I'm going to use this on the outer part of my waterline. Just like so. I'm going back into the Huetopian palette again, and I think I want to continue on with the Astral Amethyst Moon, which is this shade right here. It's the shade I already have on my lid right now. I'm going to continue on with that and just bring that on down into the corner and wrap it around just a little bit. Very pretty. I'm going to finish up by using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And this look is done. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye-bye.